This is a tale about some tadpoles and a little Turkish girl called Simton. This is no ordinary tale, dear friends, oh no. This is a tale of a small town somewhere near an amazing and ancient city called Istanbul. A tale of greed, power, destruction, determination, and just a little bit of magic. But before we continue with our adventure, there's one very important thing that I must tell you, dear friends. This is a true story that never happened.
It's a fine, fine day. It's a fine, fine day. Won't you come and play? Won't you come and play? It's a beautiful sky. It's a beautiful sky. The sun is so high. The sun is so high. We can swing from the tree. We can swing from the tree. Fly kites in the breeze. Fly kites in the breeze. Come and play here with me. Come and play here with me.
It was a fine, fine morning in a fine, fine town called Askenville. This was quite a sleepy town, but it was a very happy town. Shops and businesses were opening up for the day. People were going to work or doing what they had to do, and children, being children, were going out to play.
Good morning, how are you? Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, how are you? Good morning, how do you do?
The sun was shining, the birds were singing, so what could possibly go wrong?
Okay, listen up guys, you know the routine, so let's get to it. 1. I want danger signs and keep out signs up ASAP. 2. I need planning notices up all over this place, especially on the buildings that have to be demolished. 3. That pond has got to go. It stinks, it's health hazard, and it's in the way. Now, let's move. We've got work to do. And remember, time is money, and money is power.
Let's get started, we've got work to do, we've got deadlines, no time to waste. Let's get started, we've got work to do, we've got deadlines, no time to waste. Let's get started, we've got work to do, we've got deadlines, no time to waste. Let's get started, we've got work to do, we've got deadlines, no time to waste.
Whoa, what's going on?
What do you think you are doing?
Now you listen to me. Pick up your tools and your planning notices and get out of here.
We don't take orders from you.
No, we work for Mr. Big.
Oh yeah? And who precisely is Mr. Big?
I am Mr. Big, and I'm going to make you an offer that you can't refuse. I'll make you rich. I'm gonna build paradise right here before your very eyes, because this town will change, this town will change, this town will change before your very eyes, before your very eyes.
don't believe what I've just seen.
Well, you had better believe it. Take a look at this planning document.
But does this mean that those men can knock down all the houses?
The houses, the shops, the park, the pond? But that's
This
ridiculous.
is terrible.
No, I'm not
How
standing
dare
for
they?
this.
Destroy the pond? They can't do this.
Oh, yes, we can. And what's more, we're starting right now, so you kids had better get out of the way. Oh, I would hate for you to get hurt. Ha ha ha. Okay, guys, let's get this show on the road.
We're gonna dig, dig, dig to make a big dish. We're gonna dig, dig, dig to make us all rich. We're gonna clear this rubbish. And you'll have nothing, 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 nothing can stop us now.
What are we going to do, Simpson?
What are we going to do? We're gonna fight back. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop these people before they can destroy our town, our hopes, our dreams.
Oh yeah? Ha ha! Well, you can't. And do you want to know why? Because from now on, we control what goes on around here. You don't have a voice anymore. You hear me? Read my lips. You don't have a voice. Ha 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 ha! Nothing, 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 nothing can stop me now. Tick.
Symptom and the children do not know what to do. Maybe it was time, thought Symptom, to have a serious talk with Mother.
So, this Mr. Big is going to destroy everything and rebuild the whole town?
Even the pond has to go.
What? The pond? But this is terrible. You must say something. Do something.
Who's going to listen to the voices of children? Who will hear what we have to say?
Oh, believe me, when you guys get together, the whole town can hear you. Look, children, it's getting late. You're tired and nobody's thinking straight. So I suggest that you all go home and get some rest.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Mrs. Oskin.
Good night, Mrs. Oskin.
See you tomorrow, Simpton.
Good night, Simpton.
Yeah, it's getting late. Good night.
Simpton, are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Supper will be on the table in 20 minutes, but we need bread and we need milk. Could we go to the store and get them, please?
Yes, of course.
And remember, 20 minutes.
Symptom goes straight to the store to buy the groceries. But on our home, she visits the pond and pauses for a few moments. This Mr. Big seems to have all the answers. He seems unstoppable. To solve this problem, she's going to need something special. One could almost say a touch of magic. But we all know there's no such thing. Sadly, Symptom stood up, gathered the groceries, and was just about to leave when she heard a noise.
Hello? Hello? Who's there? Come out so I can see you. If you don't, show yourself on screen. My mother will be here in less than a minute. She's an Olympic athlete and a black belt in karate. At that moment, the clouds parted to reveal the moon, who shone her silvery ghostly light onto their happy scene. As Cynthia's eyes adjusted to the gloom of the forest, she saw something which made her heart miss a beat. For a moment, she actually stopped breathing. Could this really be happening? Was the half light playing tricks on her eyes? Could this be real? The trees were actually moving and singing.
And so, Simpton did as the trees instructed her. She ate one of the magic leaves at the edge of the pond and instantly fell into a deep, deep sleep. As she slept, she had the strangest dream. The tadpoles in the pond actually began to dance, and in their dance, this tadpole ballet, they told an ancient tale, a tale of a little boy, a prince, who one day, hundreds of years before, had visited this very point with his servants. As he was playing, he lost his balance, fell headlong into the water, and, being unable to swim, began to sink. Before the frightened servants could react, the tiny tadpoles immediately swam to his rescue and lifted him to the surface. Cold, wet, but happy to be alive, he was taken back to the palace, but before he left, he announced to his relieved servants that from that day forward, no one was ever to damage or change the pond in any way. When his father, the king, was told of what had happened, he said,
"On this day, I pronounce to the whole kingdom that this pond shall henceforth be called the king's pond, and no harm must ever come to it."
He called for his scribe and his lawyer, and the king's proclamation was written down then and there for all to see from that very moment. The proclamation became law and was preserved in writing forever.
Simpton awakes. She is confused, but she is excited. Had she just been given some sort of message? Could the incident with the little prince be true? If it were true, then maybe, just maybe, she could begin to make some sort of plan to try and stop Mr. Big and his awful plans. Already an idea was beginning to form in her mind.
There you are. Supper is ready.
I'm sorry, Mama. I was looking in the pond and I forgot the time. I guess I was bathing. That's why I'm late. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mama.
Hey, stop panicking. You've only been gone 20 minutes. I just thought I will come and get you.
20 minutes, but...
Yes, 20 minutes. But what?
Oh, nothing.
Meanwhile, Mr. Big was not happy.
I'm not happy.
And neither were the good people of Askenville. What right has that man to come here and do this?
Why can't he and his engineers just leave us alone and go away?
Yeah, I mean, who is he? What is he? Where has he come from?
That's a good point. Where has this Mr. Big come from anyway?
Do you think he's famous?
I think he's dangerous.
Him and his dreams and his big fancy ideas.
Dream and build and build and dream. I wish he would take his dreams and his plans and go back to where he came from.
Mr. Big had heard that the townsfolk were starting to ask awkward questions, so he gave an order to his engineers, his gangsters.
I don't like what I'm hearing. I don't need this. I want those contracts signed, sealed, and delivered. So get out there and do something. Do anything. Say anything. Promise them anything. Just build my town.
The engineers had to act quickly. They were running out of time, so they had to come up with something pretty spectacular.
I've got it. A party.
I am sorry?
I beg your pardon?
We'll organize a huge party. That should do the trick. We have to keep the townsfolk and those annoying kids happy at all costs. They must never know the truth. Now, let's give these fools a party that they'll never forget. Mr. Big, very soon this town will be yours. All yours.
From now on, our problems will simply disappear. Mr. Big has promised to work with the law. Now we know he's honest, we know he's false and steal. He will take away our trouble in his trial. Your town will change, his town will change. Your town will change, his town will change. Your town will change, his town will change. Your town will change.
Wow, am I too late for the party? What's going on? Boy, I really glad to see you.
Oh, Miss Chelik, the engineers are trying to bribe everybody. They are promising free houses to everyone in the town.
They are thieves. They are trying to steal everything.
Everybody is confused. Nobody knows what to believe.
Wow. Slow down. What's all this about?
It's that Mr. Big and his big plans. Simpton told everyone about what happened at the pond and about her amazing dream. When she had finished speaking, she looked at the others who were staring at her with mouths open wide.
Well, I think the story is true. No, wait. I just know it's true.
Simpton, I'm not doubting you, but...
But what?
Who in their right mind would believe such a wild, crazy story?
Miss Chalik is right. We need evidence. Hard evidence.
We need to find that royal charter. We must get our hands on the document. Without a charter, we are powerless. I have an idea. The man you really need to talk to is Herr Matthäus Inkpen. He keeps all the historical records for the town. If anyone can help you, he can. I'll ring him and tell him that you would like to meet him, and good luck.
Thank you, miss.
That's really helpful, miss. Thank you for your help, miss.
We are really grateful, miss.
Thank you for coming, miss.
Mr. Vic was beginning to have doubts. I'm beginning to have doubts. He was used to winning. He had never tasted failure because he lied, cheated, stole, and tricked people in order to get what he wanted. He was a little man with big ideas. I have big ideas. And nobody, certainly not a bunch of kids, was going to spoil his party. Nobody was going to ruin his dreams. Look at me. Look at me. Remember my face and remember my name. When I have done with this dump of a town, nothing will ever be the same. You will learn to respect me when you walk down the street and step out of my way. And if you're foolish enough to cross me, I will make you pay. Believe me, I'll make you pay.
Ha 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 ha!
An angry, arrogant Mr. Big is just about to leave when he had the feeling that something very strange was starting to happen. He thought he was alone, but now he wasn't so sure. What could it be? Who could it be? As he tried to walk away, he realized to his horror that something was moving and blocking his path. It was the trees. The trees were surrounding him. He was trapped.
We know your secret. Your plan will fail.
What's going on? Stop it!
Get out of town or you'll go to jail.
Stop it now! You don't frighten me! But he was frightened, very frightened, and now the trees were closing in. Before he would take another step, the trees had formed a tight circle around their prisoner. Then they began to dance a very spooky dance and chant a very spooky chant.
We know your secret. Your plan will fail. Get out of town or you'll go to jail.
Get out of my way! Get out of my way! You don't frighten me! Nobody frightens Mr. Big! Nobody! Meanwhile, the children are about to receive a visit.
Hello, my name is Matthäus Inkpen. I'm looking for a young lady called Simpton.
That's me. I'm Simpton. Very pleased to meet you. Well, did you find the missing document? Did you bring it?
I think you had all better sit down.
Herr Inkpen then used to explain how, when he was a small boy, his grandfather would tell him the story of how the little prince fell into the pond. Grandfather assured little Matthäus that the tale was true and that it had been passed down from generation to generation. Little Matthäus asked if the royal charter still existed. Grandfather said that it most certainly did, and that not only had he seen it himself, but he had even touched it with his own hands. He then told Matthäus he was sure, quite sure, such an important royal document would never be destroyed.
Then, you found it? You know where it is? Sadly, I do not know where it is.
But you said it still existed.
I have looked everywhere, in every filing cabinet, in every cupboard, and in every drawer in the town archives. But I found nothing.
Are you sure you looked everywhere?
Maybe someone borrowed it and forgot to return it. Believe me, I searched high and low. I promise you I looked everywhere, twice.
But that means that Mr. Big will win.
I'm afraid it looks that way.
But he can't win. He just can't.
He will get everything, and that's not fair.
I'm afraid that life sometimes isn't fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your attention please. Allow me to present to you the savior of this town, the future of this town, a true giant of a man, Mr. Montezuma Quasimodo Napoleon Caligula Big!
Quasimodo! Oh, please!
Hey, shh!
Friends! Because we are friends. I stand proudly before you today to say that I am
a liar, a cheat, and a crook.
What did you say?
It's over, Big. You're finished. You're all washed up. Your empire is in ruins. I found it, Simpson. You are right all along. There was, there is, a royal charter, and he can't touch a single brick or a single blade of grass in this town.
You think you're clever, you think you're smart. I have the power to tell you what we are. Look at this place, the hardest town. We don't want your money, we don't need your schemes. Look at me, look at me. Remember my eyes, we are just grace. You are making a stupid mistake. You are playing a dangerous game. We can see that you are just a gangster. All you ever think about is brick by brick we win in this town. To the world you're nothing but a prankster. What you've just done, you have finished, you have failed, you're through.
Well, you did it. You finally beat Mr. Big at his own game.
You mean we did it? I couldn't have done it without you.
No, Simpton. The whole town owes a huge debt of thanks. Congratulations, young lady. What you did was quite amazing.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. Oh, before you go, may I ask you a question? Where did you find the royal charter?
It was in my grandfather's toy box, right at the very bottom. Heaven only knows how it got there. And now, can I ask you a question? How did you know about the royal charter?
The tadpoles told me.
The tadpoles?
Yes, the tadpoles.
Kids, sometimes they say the strangest things.
Yeah, so do the tadpoles. Who's there? Who are you? What do you want? Please, whoever you are frightening me. Please stop.
Don't you recognize us? We are your friends, the Tadpoles.
Tadpoles? But
we have a gift for you, a thank you gift.
A thank you gift? I don't understand. Surely it is I who should thank you. Without you, this town would have been destroyed, and all our lives would have been ruined.
And without you, our whole world would have been destroyed. This little piece of nature would have disappeared forever. Simpton, look into the tall reeds. You shall find something there. Something very special. Something unique.
Is this a crown?
It is indeed a crown. Your crown, Simpton. The crown is for you.
For me? But I don't get it.
Simpton, in our darkest moments you were a beacon of light. At a time when the good people of this town were confused and bettered by lies and insincerity. Yours was the lone voice of truth. You spoke, and in the end the world listened. Now our world wishes to say thank you. The flowers in this crown will remain forever fresh. They will never die, as our love and respect for you will never die. Simpton, you shall always be remembered as our savior and our princess, our Tadpole Princess.
When I speak